Hi there, it's Rebecca, and I am making this video today as an extension of a post that I did earlier this morning in support to all the moms out there who perhaps may be struggling because of the overload and the expectations and the extra workload that's been put upon us. Now that we have our kids at home, we are expected to be teachers and still take care of the house and still try to show up and do our own jobs and make it look easy the whole time. So where I wanted to share some tips is in the understanding of the energies that you're working with, because everything is energy, and once you understand, then you can start to really take charge of what energies you're working with in the house. So as a mom, you hold the frequency of the house. Everyone is looking to you on how to act, on how to behave, on how to react. So if you are at one of these kind of energies, then your whole family, and especially your kids, because they're ultra sensitive to you and your energy, they're gonna be set off. And it feels like they are setting you off, but I'm telling you, that's not what's happening. And as a mom, you need to be responsible for your own actions and your own energy that you're putting out. So it's, we've heard it before, I talk about it all the time, but you have to take care of yourself. I wake up every morning at 5:30, and I'm not saying that you have to do that, but you need to find some time in the day. So I wake up at 5:30, I do my cold shower, I do my meditation, my yoga, all before my kids wake up. And this time, and I don't know if it's just my perspective or everyone's situation is different, but this has been the biggest blessing. I love having my kids home. Even when they're being little, punks and they're giving me attitude, you can take that energy and transmute it and just give them a little tussle and everything dissipates. And then you can move on to the next blissful, joyful moment. I'm not saying that every moment has been great for me. I ride the highs and lows, but I've been able to create a higher baseline. And I think it's because of my morning practice and the time that I make sure so that I'm coming to them as like a really steady, grounded leader. This is what you need to be right now, moms, in the family. And they can just, that energy, that sense of calm that I bring, they sense that. So they don't get all, and it's not that, I don't know what I'm doing here, but I think you get what I mean, that frazzled, reckless energy. I mean, they're only getting that from you. So a couple things that you can do for your kids. So first, the thing you need to do is take care of yourself. And I know you're tired, and I know it's hard to make a change because we've already gone through so many changes, but it's just the best to have either an hour after they go to bed or an hour before they go up and meditate and journal and do the things that make you happy. Work out, do yoga, self-massage, dance, do something so that you are moving energy through your body and just like releasing the tension and getting rid of the anxiety or breathing or something, okay? Very important. But with the kids, how can we, if they're still like, you haven't quite mastered this energy of yourself yet and your kid's being kind of a little shit, what do? You amplify in them the good. So anything they're doing that's good, or anything that, the reasons that you love them, amplify that. I really noticed that, thank you so much. You're so good at clearing the table. And thank you so much. You're so good at giving mommy hugs. Thank you. It was so nice the way you helped your little brother, etc., etc., etc. So amplify everything that you see and love in them, because they're going to start to really, it's like, watering a plant that's so thirsty. They're just going to drink that up, and it's going to bring up their energy and their baseline. Then when they are, having a hard time and it feels like they're upset, they're crying, they're lashing out at you, they're lashing out at their siblings, it's important to keep your calm and get down onto their level and look them in the eyes and say, like, I can see that you're having a hard time right now. Acknowledge their frustration, because they can't put it away and hide it somewhere. You can't get them to just stop crying. Don't be like that. Like, don't do that. Why are you doing that? Ah! Instead, just, I see that you're frustrated and mommy's here, and do you need a hand, or do you need, like, you have to rise above and be the bigger person and see them and see their struggles and see them through it. So don't try to make that moment quick. Be in it for as long as they need to be in it. So those are just 3 tips. Take care of yourself, amplify the good in them, because everything's gonna become less and more. I'm just making these up, but I think you guys get the gist. And then don't try to bypass their shit. Sit with it, see them, get on their eye level, look them in the eyes, and just give them so much love. Even though you're feeling like you're gonna strangle them, you're just gonna give them love through your energy, and give them love through your words, and give them love through your body, and allow them to go through the tough times. And at the end of the day, you are gonna feel better. Even though this feels like it takes effort sometimes to give love when you feel like you have nothing left to give, it just creates a cycle, though, that's gonna start feeding you, because then your kids aren't gonna be so shitty, and then you're not gonna be so tired, and et cetera, et cetera. And of course, no kid is shitty, but you know what I mean, moms. It's just those moments. So I hope that this video helps and gives you a little bit of support, because you're doing so good. We are all doing so good, and we're gonna look back on these times, and in those little moments, we're gonna really, hope that we handled it with as much grace and that mothering, nurturing energy as possible. Because we want our kids to come out of this, looking back and not being traumatized from this time, and instead feeling like it was a very special time with mommy. So I hope that these 3 tips help. Sat Nam.